Hey everyone, how's it going? I know that if you've made it here, you're probably dealing with a very common situation. Your cat is meowing too much, right? It seems like they have something to say, but you don't know what. Well, today we're going to solve this mystery together. And if you're a cat lover and want to better understand their language, or even improve your relationship with your little feline friend, stay with me in this video because I'm sure you'll love it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. That way, you won't miss any content on how to take care of your four-legged friend. Everyone who has a cat knows they are great at communicating what they want. But the challenge is, many times, we don't quite understand exactly what they're trying to tell us, right? So, the meowing, which should be simple communication, ends up becoming a real puzzle. Sometimes we hear a meow and immediately think, ah, they want food. But is that really all? Or maybe the meow is for something completely different, like a request for attention, affection, or even to alert us that something's not right. The thing is, just like people, each cat has their own communication style and may use meowing to express a variety of needs and feelings. And the truth is, a cat's meow can vary a lot, depending on the situation, the cat's personality, and even the context they're in. Some meows are short and sharp, others are longer and deeper, and some are continuous, almost like a never-ending conversation. Each type of meow can have a specific meaning. This can make things a little more complicated for someone who doesn't know the feline language well. Today, we're going to unravel these different types of meows and help you understand what your cat really wants. Who knows, the next time they meow, you might know exactly what they're trying to say. Let's get started. First, the famous sharp meow. This type of meow is quite characteristic and usually means that your cat is asking for urgent attention or even a bit of affection. It tends to be louder and more persistent, as if it's a way to immediately grab your attention. Have you noticed how they make this higher-pitched meow when they're alone at home and want your company? Or when they're playing and want you to join in on the fun, whether it's with a toy or even playing hide-and-seek? It's almost like the cat is saying, "Hey, I'm here. I want to be with you right now." This type of meow can also happen when they're feeling a little insecure or lonely, as if they need the comfort of your presence. So, if you hear this meow, it's a good idea to pause whatever you're doing and give a little attention to your furry friend. Even if it's just for a few minutes, this act of affection will help strengthen the bond between you two and make your cat feel more at ease. After all, for cats, company and human interaction are incredibly important, especially when they're feeling lonely or need a bit more love. Now, if your cat makes that lower, drawn-out meow, ah, this could be a request for food. But there's one detail. Usually, it's not just that he's hungry, he wants something specific. You know that treat or type of food you always give him? Well, he remembers that perfectly. Cats have an impressive memory and can associate the sound of a meow with the desire for something very specific. When he makes this softer meow, he's pretty much saying, "I want that delicious treat you always give me." It might even be that he doesn't just want any food, but a specific flavor or texture, and the drawn-out meow is his way of reminding you of that in a very direct way. And here's something interesting. Cats can be quite picky about what they're used to eating. If you always give him a particular treat with a specific flavor or food, he might meow in this drawn-out way continuously until you fulfill that request. So this meow isn't just about "feed me." It's more like "feed me with what I really want." They know what they like, and since they don't have another way to express that desire, the meow becomes the most effective tool they have to convince you. Additionally, this meow could also be a reflection of behavior learned over time. If you've given in to their request a few times, they may associate that meow with something positive, like being fed their special treat or favorite food. They will repeat the same strategy whenever they think it's necessary. So, this meow is quite characteristic of when a cat already knows what it wants and is trying in a very clear way to get you to attend to it. So, if your cat starts making this lower and persistent meow, it's worth checking not just if he's hungry, but if he's asking for something in particular. Sometimes he might even be trying to teach you a new trick to ensure you meet his exact taste. What about the continuous meowing? The kind that never stops. This is classic for those who have a very communicative cat, right? If your cat is meowing nonstop, it might be trying to express anxiety, or perhaps it's just bored. Cats are very sensitive to their environment, so when they don't have anything to do or are feeling insecure, meowing becomes their way of drawing your attention to something that's not right. This type of meowing might happen if your cat is in a place where it doesn't feel comfortable, such as a noisy or enclosed area, or even a new environment. If it doesn't have enough stimulation, like toys to play with or places to explore, that constant meowing might be a plea for more activity or a safer, more comfortable space to relax. In many cases, continuous meowing can indicate that the cat is frustrated for not being able to carry out its natural activities. For example, if your cat is very active and enjoys hunting or exploring, but doesn't have this type of stimulation at home, it might start meowing to release that frustration. Additionally, anxiety is also an important factor. Cats can become anxious for many reasons, such as changes in their routine, separation from their owners, the arrival of new pets or people in the house, or even a chaotic and busy environment. Continuous meowing is their way of expressing this tension or discomfort. The tip here is to carefully observe your cat's behavior and try to identify what's causing its unease. It might need more interactive play, like toys that stimulate, hunting, or even more quality time with you. Another important factor is the space where your cat lives. If it's a restricted or noisy area, try to provide a more peaceful and safe environment, with places where it can retreat when it wants, to be alone or rest. Also, cats tend to feel calmer when they have access to interesting views, such as a window where they can observe outside movement, or even a hiding area. Remember that continuous meowing is a form of communication. It's important not to ignore it, but to try to understand what's behind the behavior. If the meowing persists and you can't identify the cause, it might be a good idea to consult a vet or a feline behavior specialist to help manage the situation. Now, there's that meow where we can't tell if it's from happiness or protest. You know, when the cat seems a bit irritated and starts meowing repetitively. This kind of meow can be quite characteristic when they're trying to express discomfort, frustration, or dissatisfaction with something. Often, cats aren't able to communicate in other ways, so repetitive meowing becomes their main way of showing that something isn't right. This can happen for various reasons. Maybe the cat isn't happy with a change in its routine, such as a shift in meal times, the rearrangement of things around the house, or even the addition of a new family member. Cats are very attached to their routines, and any change can cause insecurity or stress. When this happens, they might start meowing persistently, as if trying to draw attention to what's wrong. Additionally, repetitive meowing could be a form of protest, like when the cat is uncomfortable with a particular place or situation. Perhaps it doesn't like a new arrangement in the house, a new environment, or even a change in how you're interacting with it. For instance, if you used to let it stay in a spot it loves, but now you've moved it to a different space, it could become dissatisfied with the change and begin meowing repeatedly. The tip here is, observe its behavior carefully. Try to figure out what might have changed in the environment or in your routine that's causing this irritation. Is the cat feeling neglected? Or is it trying to show you that it's not happy with some aspect of its surroundings? Observation is key to understanding what's going on. Once you identify the cause, try to adjust the situation according to your cat's needs. After all, it might be signaling that something's off, and with your help, it can feel comfortable and calm. Again, and we can't forget about the nighttime meowing. Who here has a cat that doesn't let you sleep peacefully? Well, this is a common issue, and often it can be because your cat feels more active at night, or because it's asking for attention when you're most relaxed and probably sleeping. This happens a lot with cats that don't have much interaction during the day, so they become more active when night falls. If you have a cat that doesn't interact with you much during the day, it's very likely that when evening comes, it gets more excited and looks for ways to release that accumulated energy. In this case, meowing could be its way of trying to get you to play, or simply asking for attention when you're winding down for the night and probably already in bed. Another reason for nighttime meowing could be a desire for company. When you go to sleep and become more relaxed, the cat perceives it as the perfect time to ask for attention since you're more available, but probably too tired to interact the way you do during the day. If the cat feels alone, it may start meowing insistently to get your attention and ask for affection, wanting company while you rest. This is very common, especially in cats that are more attached or needy. Additionally, if your cat has access to the space where you sleep, it could be asking for something, like food or a more comfortable place to sleep. Since cats can be very creative and sometimes even persistent, nighttime meowing becomes their most direct way to express these needs. This behavior could also be a reflection of boredom. If the cat has nothing to do during the night, like toys to explore or windows to watch the movement outside, it might get restless and start meowing to entertain itself or attract your attention. Cats who are left alone without stimulating activities may feel bored, and continuous meowing becomes their way of asking for more interaction or stimulation. To address this, the tip is to offer more activities during the day, such as playtime, interactive toys, or even a safer and more comfortable space for it to rest. This can help reduce nighttime meowing. Also, you can establish a routine that helps your cat get used to certain times, so it feels safer and calmer without needing your attention at night. But folks, the most important thing here is that if your cat meows a lot, and in a way that you can't understand, it's always worth paying extra attention. Because sometimes the meowing can indicate a medical condition, like pain or discomfort. Keep an eye on their behavior, appetite, and social interaction. If you notice anything out of the ordinary, always consult a vet, okay? Well, now you have a bit more clarity on what your cat's meows might mean. But of course, each cat has its unique personality and signs. So don't forget to always observe their reactions and build a closer, more attentive relationship. They are incredible beings and deserve all our affection, attention, and understanding. And if you like this video and want more tips on how to take care of your cat, make sure to subscribe to the channel now and activate the notification bell. This way, you won't miss any content. And by the way, tell me in the comments, how is your cat's meow? Did it meow for any of the reasons we talked about here? I'd love to know. See you in the next video, everyone. And don't forget, the connection with your cat starts with small gestures, so dedicate yourself to understanding what they really need. A big hug, and see you soon.